Chapter 1, Mishnah 2. This Mishnah discusses the effectiveness of a Nazir's vow that specifies one detail of the Nazir's laws. If someone says, I am hereby a Nazir from grape seeds, or a Nazir from grape skins, or a Nazir from hair cutting, or a Nazir from corpse tuma, he is a full-fledged Nazir, and all the details of Nazirus apply to him. Although he specified only one of the Nazir's prohibitions, he is subject to all of them. The biblical Samson was a lifelong Nazir who was subject to a special kind of Nazirus. The Mishnah discusses someone who accepts upon himself to become such a Nazir. If someone says, I am hereby like Samson, or like the son of Manoach, or like the husband of Delilah, or like he who tore out the gates of Gaza, or like he whose eyes the Philistines took out, he is a Samsonite Nazir, since all these descriptions apply to the biblical Samson. The Mishnah will give the special laws for this Nazir below. The Mishnah now presents another kind of lifelong Nazirus, known as a Nazir Olam, permanent Nazir. Although a standard Nazirus is for 30 days, see next Mishnah, a person could choose to be a Nazir for a longer period, and can accept to become even a permanent Nazir. This Nazirus lasts for as long as the person lives. The Gemara explains that the text of the Mishnah is missing a line here, which reads, if someone says, I am hereby a permanent Nazir, he is a permanent Nazir. The Mishnah now proceeds to list the differences between a Samsonite Nazir and a permanent Nazir. What differences are there between a permanent Nazir and a Samsonite Nazir? Both of them last a lifetime. In the case of a permanent Nazir, if his hair grows heavy, i.e. too long, he may lighten it by trimming it with a razor. And he brings 3 animals as offerings when he trims his hair, similar to an ordinary Nazir who brings these offerings when he shaves his hair at the end of his Nazirus period. And if he becomes Tameh from a human corpse, he brings the Tuma offerings, just as an ordinary Nazir must do. In the case of a Samsonite Nazir, however, if his hair grows heavy, he may not lighten it, i.e. trim it with a razor, just like an ordinary Nazir. And if he becomes Tameh from a human corpse, he does not bring the Tuma offerings, because a Samsonite Nazir is permitted to become Tameh to a human corpse.